Sin pollutes the earth. Welcome to another episode of Turn to Burn, where we assist males to crush maliteracy, effeminacy to some, and aspire to domestic excellence. Today we are talking about the topic of our relationship between the spiritual nature that we have and the physical environment that we experience, and we are going to anchor this in Leviticus 26, verses 33 to 34, and we're reading in the King James edition of the Holy Bible. Leviticus 26, 33 to 34 reads, "And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste." Verse 34, "Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, as long as it lies desolate, and ye be in your enemy's land. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbaths." So that's Leviticus 26, verses 33 to 34. And we're making the point that our spiritual state affects the land's physical welfare. Some research done by some engineers, Drs. Chadberry and Gupta, summarize empirical studies showing that music influences plant growth. You can see the topic Effects of Music on Plants on researchgate.net. Additionally, Japanese professor Masaru Emoto's controversial research on water crystals, The Hidden Messages in Nature, title of his book, claim that there is a spiritual or telepathic link between humans and creation, as water crystals lost their shape around negative energy and words, and vice versa. Yahweh made similar claims eons before, biblically in Genesis 1, 26 to 28, and also in the title track for today, Leviticus 26, 33 to 34. By Yahweh giving humans dominion over the earth, a link was made between the earth, as subjugators and subjects are connected. The human to creation link is further made in Leviticus 26. When Yah rested in the first Sabbath, he had created a system in equilibrium or balance. In this state, toil introduces imbalance. In paradise, humans are provided for without toil. See Exodus 16, 22 to 26. Even though that was in a after the fallen state situation of the manna just supernaturally producing double the amount before Sabbath, it is taking that Sabbath miracle with the manna was taking them back to what was happening supernaturally in the Garden of Eden, in a sense. Note that the effort is in harvesting what Yahweh supernaturally provided, as there was no planting, etc. So we're making this point that in the original Sabbath, the design was not that humans work for their welfare, but the effort is in harvesting, not in providing. Yahweh provides as Jireh or Jireh, according to some, the provider. The land and humans are fruitful without toil, which is introduced as a curse for our rebellion. See Genesis 3:16 to 19. The land, the physical land, opposes the human just as the humans oppose Yahweh. Our toil in this rest state materializes doubt that Yahweh operates in our best interest, and introduces dis-ease in this state, that is, sin. Note that for up to the sixth day, the day was completed with the statement, the evening and morning was the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth day. This was never done for the seventh day, and the implication being that man was made to live in an extended equilibrium state where he was provided for by Yahweh without human toil, and Yahweh could enjoy their presence, and vice versa. See Genesis 2, verse 2. The New Testament Hebrew epistle then showed that Yahweh wants humans to enter his rest. See Hebrews 4, verse 3. And the anonymous author positions the continued post-messianic adherence to righteousness, where righteousness is being in divine good standing via the Mosaic law, as rebellion against the Sabbath. So we make the point in Hebrews 4, verse 3, that our rest was to come from us being in right standing with God. He takes care of those who are in right standing with him in a Sabbath state, and the Mosaic law is not what allows us to be righteous. In this messianic sabbatical state, creation was to reproduce effortlessly. Children were birthed without pain, and males provided for the home, without battling the land's thorns. Sin seemed to end that state and introduce unproductive toil. See Genesis 3:16-19. Yahweh saw sweat as so offensive that the priests were not to wear anything that caused sweat in the temple. Ezekiel 44:17-18. Imagine doing a butcher's job without sweating. Sinful work is materially and divinely offensive. The land cannot rest with sin to the extent that blood cries from in it. Genesis 4:10. When we experience earthquakes, storms, etc., it seems the creation ecosystem is seeking rest. Maybe British economist Malthus was onto something with his population trap theory. Romans 8:19 says creation eagerly anticipates the right version of humanity. And the gospel says that humanity, that is humanity 2.0, was revealed and birthed in Jesus of Nazareth, the Christ. By Jesus addressing our spiritual identity neglect, that is sin, he is also restoring equilibrium, that is peace on earth. See Luke 2, verse 14. In effect, and goodwill or favor and welfare to humanity. The question remains, will we believe that our spiritual state affects our physical state, that is, the land and nature? We're grateful that you have come to the end of another Turn to Burn podcast. We encourage you to leave your comments in the comment section on YouTube. So, why rob God and this world of you and your family? And until next time, be nuclear.